In this video, I will show you 4 destinations you must visit in 2025, as I'm sure you will fall in love with at least one of them. All these are my most favorite destinations based on my 4 years living as a digital nomad, but also these are the places I hear other people I talk to love the most. And I will also explain when and why I'm going to these places this year, so you will know what are the good times to go based on the sunny seasons. So you can spend the most incredible year in these places. And yeah, you will see how incredible the lifestyle can be in all these destinations, but it can also get lonely, overwhelming, and confusing. And that's why I created a new school community called the Nomad Tribe. So if you don't want to be alone on your journey, join today with a special price for the first few hundred members, and you will get a lot of support and valuable resources. But yeah, the first place I would recommend to start your year, basically, it's good weather. January, February, March, even April is still good. And the place is Koh Phangan in Thailand. It's just incredible island. And I just keep hearing from people who went there because of my videos and like coming to me like saying that they really loved it. Like they really love it. It's amazing. And people always want to go back. And I'm going back this year. I'm actually going in April, but the best time would be now in January, February, and even March. So it's a definitely good place to start your year. For a month or even 2, I would say that it's just incredible place to experience. The nature is so beautiful and it's more peaceful than the other places on this list and most places around the world and in Southeast Asia, which are good for nomads. While also having all the infrastructure, the Wi-Fi works well, there's many nice cafes and co-working spaces and big supermarkets, and it's a really comfortable and nice place to live while being still very beautiful island vibes with amazing beaches. And there's just so much to do. Like I hear people texting me all the time like, oh, there's new this, new gym, new cafe, new cliff bar. Like there's just so much in Koh Phangan. I really love it. It's so like amazing place, and there's still a lot to experience also with boat trips and everything like that. So it's an amazing place to stay a little bit longer. And honestly, I feel like I might want to spend even more time there the upcoming years because yeah, it's just so relaxing and peaceful. I feel so good there. Like it's hard to put to words. You really need to try it. It's just incredible. And with this kind of smaller place, it's always a little bit of a risk that it will overdevelop when it gets too popular or it gets just like little bit wrong crowds and kind of loses the magic and the spiritual vibe it has now with a lot of nice events and nice things to do. So I would say it's a good idea to go there maybe this year just to make sure you get to experience how it is nowadays and not the future version, which might be a little bit different. I would say if you go during the sunny season, the only negative with Koh Phangan would be that it's a little bit tricky sometimes to find good accommodation in good areas, but you can check my Southeast Asia Stays guide for all my recommendations and tips to know what are the best areas and where to find good deals. And the next destination is somewhere you don't need to worry about the accommodation, and it's just incredible place and so affordable, the most affordable place, and it is Da Nang. And I hear consistently people telling me that they really love Da Nang. Like it's just so like it's in a way peaceful and comfortable, and it's just like it's really nice vibe on the beach area. It's really beautiful beach, and like the food is the best ever, and it's just a nice place because it's so affordable. You can live very comfortable in a nice apartment and it doesn't cost that much money, and food and everything is so affordable. So of course like it just feels good to people to finally find a place that they can live such a nice lifestyle with such a little amount of money. It's a nice place to focus on work and focus on health and just like more relaxing lifestyle. And yeah, the Vietnamese people are the nicest, but also nowadays there's a lot of digital nomads staying there a little bit longer because it's getting quite popular because of all the reasons why it's so good. I would say the negative in Da Nang is that just like it can get a little bit boring in a way that there's not so much like nightlife, for example. But even for me, I don't really care about the nightlife, but still like there's not really paddle. There's only one place to play paddle in a big resort or something like that is a bit further away from Da Nang. So in that way it's not the best. There's also not the best gyms like compared to some of the other places I talk later in this video. It doesn't have the best places when it comes to like the lifestyle with gyms and saunas and ice baths. There are some options, so it's not like terrible, but it's just not the best. But yeah, if you go to Da Nang after Koh Phangan, for example, Da Nang is good from like January to April, then it gets too hot, but it's pretty perfect if you go for Koh Phangan 1 or 2 months, and then after that 1 or 2 months in Da Nang. It can be an incredible way to start your year and just really enjoy these two places that are quite different, but in their own ways incredible. and so nice. And by the way, if you're interested in dating and finding a girlfriend, these two first places are not the best because of the language barrier. Locals don't really speak much English in these places, so the next two will be definitely much better for that. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor, Skillshare. It's a brand new year, and if you're anything like me, you're thinking how to make 2025 the most fulfilling year yet. What if this year, instead of just setting goals for productivity and fitness, you made creativity a priority? Think about it. Creativity is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. And that's where Skillshare comes in. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators, including topics like photography, writing, design, and so much more. When I was starting my YouTube journey a few years ago, Skillshare was game changer for me. I found so many incredibly valuable classes taught by successful creators like Ali Abdal. These classes helped me master the essential skills I needed to turn what began as a creative side hustle into my full-time career. It was a perfect starting point to learn, grow, and gain the confidence to pursue my passion. So start your creative practice today with Skillshare, and the first 500 people to use my link in the description will get a 1-month free trial. And yet the next destination you must visit after Koh Phangan and Da Nang is Uluwatu in Bali. It's a really good time to go there in late spring like April, May, and you should stay at least for 1 month and try it out, and maybe you will fall in love with it like many people have and stay there long term. The reason people love Uluwatu so much is that it's just so beautiful. The beaches are incredible, there's insane cliffs, and it's just very beautiful and like surf down island vibe place. It's really nice to drive around the nice areas with not so much traffic, and yeah, it's just more peaceful and more like beautiful, trendy, nice like surfing place. There's nice yoga there, there's nice gyms and nice cafes and a lot of like cliff bars, and like it's just an incredible lifestyle there. And the negative used to be that it's quite small, there's not so much, so it can get a little bit boring quickly, but nowadays it has been developing so much the past year or two that there starts to be like so much, so it's not so much a problem. Like if you enjoy more peaceful, beautiful place, but also having the benefit of being in Bali, so you have many different areas to access quite easily on the island, it can be pretty perfect place to live nowadays. And I'm definitely, after hearing from so many people how amazing it is nowadays for even long term, thinking of trying it more this year and also next year, trying to stay a little bit longer for a few months and see how it would feel. Because definitely the last place on this list, which is Canggu in Bali, has been my favorite so far as a long-term place. Like you can stay the whole summer, the whole fall, even up to Christmas and New Year's in Canggu. It can be incredible. It never gets boring. It's just so incredible lifestyle with the best gyms ever, the best food ever, so many options for everything, and the best activities like paddle, and you can do any activity, boxing, surfing. It's like a city, so you have all the benefits. Like there's so much there. Anything you want to do basically you can do in Canggu, but the beach is just not the best. It's not the most beautiful, so I don't really go swim so often when I live in Canggu, which I love to do in these other places. And also the traffic is a bit of a problem in some of the areas where I stay. In the nice area it's not so much a problem because I don't go far so often, but yeah, it's not very relaxing and peaceful. I have been starting to notice the past year that I don't feel so relaxed and peaceful in Canggu as I feel in these other destinations. But yeah, Canggu is definitely the best also to network and meet people. There's most amount of people actually staying long term, and there's so many like digital nomads and people who have different businesses, so it's a good place to learn from others and meet other people. So I don't know how it's gonna go the next years for me, because basically yeah, Canggu has been really good so far, and I would still recommend definitely you need to try it for a month or at least 2 months to see like how you would feel there, because many people still really love it. I still hear many people like coming there and falling in love with it, the lifestyle and the people and everything. So even if you hear some people complaining how terrible it is, they probably stayed in the wrong area or they went during the rainy season and it was pretty bad. But if you go during the sunny season, you stay in a nice area there, the traffic is not so much a problem, you're close to many nice places. It's actually very, very nice, and many people still really love it. And that's the reason why a lot of people stay there long term. So yeah, it can be a little bit tricky place, and that's why I created my Ultimate Bali Life Guide. to answer all the questions and make sure that you have the best time with all the tips and information you need. And also that's included in the Southeast Asia stays, and also you can get a lot of tips, of course, in the school community. But yeah, I would say overall, like from these 4 places, I really think you should try all of these, because yeah, some people really love Canggu, some people really love Da Nang, some Koh Phangan. So it really depends. Like you might fall in love with all of them, like I have, or just some of them. And yeah, I would also say that like Koh Phangan and Uluwatu can be a little bit like more, yeah, more island vibe. With all those benefits comes also some like difficulties and struggles. Like Koh Phangan, there's not good app to order food. Uluwatu, there can be some practical infrastructure problems because it's still a smaller place. Canggu and Da Nang are very comfortable, a lot of nice accommodation, everything works out, electricity, water, Wi-Fi, everything is really good. You can order food very easily and fastly and from so many places. Like it's just like, yeah, it's little different places, all of these 4